How to start studying economics? Let's say you're an absolute beginner and you have no idea as to what exactly is in economics and how to start studying it. In that case, you need to know these few things. Economics essentially works on models, and when I say models, it works on modeling the society, the social behavior, and the interactions of different people in a society. Now, when you want to model that, what it means is you want to put an abstract structure onto these interactions. Essentially, the real world has a lot of things going on, a lot of parameters, a lot of variables which come into every interaction, and there are so many interaction. But how do you make it tractable and simple enough to do any theoretical analysis or theoretical study? This is the basic premise of economics. So for that we have to start with few assumptions. So all economic theories start with few assumptions, and then you have to start applying your tools. The tool could be mathematical or statistical. So if a company wants to sell something, if you want to understand how many people can it cater to, or let's say want to understand whether a company is becoming a monopoly or is it good for society, and let's say you want to go to the macro level, how are the interest rates in the economy going to evolve, how are the nations going to economically progress ahead. Then also you'll have to put few assumptions and build few mathematical models based on those assumptions. So those models are basically simplification of the real world. So when you try to simplify the real world interactions, sometimes you would be close to the reality, sometimes you would be far away from reality, and sometimes your models would have no relation to reality. And this is a common complaint of a lot of economic students. What happens a lot of times is that when you have this kind of a disconnect with the theory and the reality, where the theory has no relation to reality, that is when you get disappointed with economics. Having said that, building theories which you are not able to relate to a reality might be a limitation of your knowledge base. It might also be a limitation of that particular analysis, or it might be a genuine, deliberate idea to do that analysis, thinking of a hypothetical scenario, because a lot of times you try to do few exercises and analysis just to understand the possibilities, the extremities you might encounter. So these all become part of economics. So a beginner will definitely start with microeconomics, and when they start with microeconomics they will try to understand what is choice, what is utility, what is preference, and what part of economics is mathematics. I would say most of economics is mathematics, but is it really mathematics? No, it's not mathematics. So if you are coming into economics thinking of this as a mathematical field and you would enjoy the maths in it, then you might be disappointed, because if you don't have that interest for the subject, you would not get that joy and that fulfillment after studying economics. So only get into economics when you feel a joy and connect with the subject, and you also are good in maths, or you are not afraid of doing maths for the sake of economics.